welcome to episode 2 of the Full Spectrum Art Party. My name is Star. This is the beautiful Pacific Northwest, and I've got some stuff to talk to you about today. We're going to start with finished objects. We're going to go into some works in progress, some acquisitions. Oh, it sounds funny when people say that, acquisitions. I've acquired some yarn. And then a little chit chat, and then we'll wrap it up. I'm gonna try to keep it a little focused and not be too weird. It just comes out, but I'll try. And I hope that you will stay with me. This is a knitting show. Did I say that? I would like to start with the first finished object that I am wearing. Hi, who's she? This is the Andrea Mowry pattern. Well, I talked about it last week, so I'm not going to go into too many details. It was actually finished last week, except for I had a million ends to weave in, and I had to block it. So what I ended up doing was what's it called? Comfort Fade Cardigan. And I used yarn by La Bien-Aimée. I will link everything in the description box below. Take a breath. It will all be there if you miss something. Okay. But I'm going to show you, I steam blocked it. And it's cute, but it's not like a proper full blocking. And the sleeves, just sort of grew. But I love it. And I love it a lot. I think it's just perfect. And I talked about it last week, so I'll just briefly say the only modifications I made were, adding the faux seam so I can hide my jogs when I change colors. And I kind of wish I had done that on the side, but it's okay. And I changed the rib, and because I saw someone else do it, and I thought it seemed cool. Can the camera focus? I don't know. Can I focus? I think so. I think it came out pretty nice. And I just love it. And I think it's gonna be something I can wear almost year round. I don't know if I could wear it in the summer, but it depends on where I am in the world. Maybe in the evening in the summer. But she's cute. I'm a little warm though, so I'm gonna take it off. I started with it on. Yeah, so the next, this is not totally finished. I should probably save that. Nothing's really finished. I guess I'm going into my nearly finished objects. I have two nearly finished things. Ta-da! Ow, my arm doesn't want to do this. Okay. This is part of the Knit Collage Spring 2021 Knit Along. And this is a pattern that I am knitting. It is a Embroidered Kaleidoscope. Again, description box below. And using Spun Cloud, which I love. It goes very fast. You're supposed to do US 19 needles. I went down a size because I'm a loose knitter. I'm always a little loose, and I generally find when I go down one needle size, I hit it. And when I was designing patterns, I used to often say, I would often just say one needle size up in the pattern than what I actually used, because most people needed to do that. But anyway, I love it. It's cute. And then when you're done, it's top down in this thick, thin, beautiful color. Minty. This is a color, I've never knit with this color. I went outside my comfort zone. I usually do neutrals or mustard yellow or dark teal blue or gray or brown. Anywho, when you're done, you go around with a crochet hook and just sort of tighten up the edges on the sleeve and on the bottom instead of rib. And then I need to embroider. They have this yarn called Wildflower, which is made from They take cotton, all their yarns are made in India by a team. It's not just like who knows what. This is like a team that's been handpicked, and Amy, who owns the company, goes to India, you know, I think a couple times a year, and checks in with the team and works with them and talks to them. And I think it's they're paid like a fair wage and all of that. And the Wildflower Yarn is something they developed where you take fabric, cotton, 100% cotton fabric, silk screen the fabric, so it's beautiful, and then cut it into strips. And the strips, they're long strips, and then they're knotted together, and you just work with it knotted. The knots, I guess, are secure. And then, and they're beautiful, all these different bright colors. I'll show them next week. Anyway, and so then you embroider on the sweater, and I'm a little bit nervous about that, so I've been putting it off, but also the knit along just started, so I have plenty of time. That's what's going on with that. Big, thick, warm. I'm in the warm years, which I've been in for like a while. You see how I've got all my gray? I'm getting a haircut soon. This is long for me. I usually have short hair, but COVID, I wasn't getting a haircut. I needed a haircut kind of right when lockdown started a year ago, and so it's been a bit of a shame. But and then the gray is, I hit 30 and just went gray. And then I'd like to say that I'm like a gray warrior, you know, but honestly, I'm allergic to hair dye is what happened. I developed an allergy to hair dye. And I've been experimenting with some like temporary dyes, but they churn your tub color, like the color just immediately when you wash your hair, it just comes out all over you and your tub. And all right, so I'm gonna be a gray. I'm gonna be like a witchy woman. I'm embracing it. I'm cool with aging, but also all right, I'm gonna save it for the chatter part. I'm gonna keep showing you some things I did. Okay, this one's basically done too. This is not knitting. This is called punch needle. It's a craft I've been interested in for a long time. I decided to just jump in and give it a try. It's almost done. Sorry, crinkle. Look at this. This is an owl, in case my work is so bad you can't tell, but I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely beginner quality. I should show you my mouth in case you're lip reading. I heard that was a thing, so it's beginner quality. Oh, I love it. This is a relaxing, okay, so a couple things I learned. I'm gonna bring it back. Okay, this is a kit. You can get these kits in many places. I did a quick Google search for punch, needle punch, embroidery kits, punch, embroidery kit, needle punch kit, many different ways to search. I found kits. Some yarn shops carry them, some tons on Etsy, some on Amazon. I'm a little embarrassed to say where I got mine. Joann's and Michael's has them, I think, too. It's a little embarrassing, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, about 6 months ago, late at night, lying in bed on my phone, scrolling. You guys know Wish? Are you familiar with Wish? You're not supposed to buy stuff on Wish, it's bad. I bought a bunch of stuff on Wish that night, including a couple of these. I'm sorry. Whatever. And then I didn't do anything. Then they came in like 3 months, you know, they take forever to come. I don't want to know. It came. This is what I got. The instructions were not great. So I went to YouTube and I typed it in, and the first video that popped up I watched, and it taught me everything I needed to know. It's not that hard. The kit came with the hoop, the cloth, the yarn, the needle punch accessory, the pattern, a sheet of carbon paper, like old-fashioned typewriter carbon paper. There's a use for that. It's cool. So you you lay down your fabric and your pattern and the carbon paper and you trace over it and it transfers onto this. I didn't know you weren't supposed to draw the circle, which you can't. There's plastic under here, so you can't actually punch there. So I'm gonna try to clean that off. Whoops. I'm gonna see if that erases. There's gotta be a way to, I'm gonna Google how to erase carbon paper from monk cloth or something. I'm not the first person to do that. There's tons of mistakes in it. It's forgiving. But what I learned is that once you have the punch tool, you can just buy, like, I guess this is called monk cloth, and you can just go for it. You just need a hoop and you could do whatever you want. And I do lots of, I don't know if you know this, but I do lots of drawings. So I could just play around, and I have yarn, people, so I can, I don't know. I want to do the other kits I have. And so in order, the way you finish this, according to the YouTube video I saw, this is the back. Messy, but that's the way it looks. I don't know, I think. I guess you can trim the long ones. If you just pull on this, the whole thing comes out, by the way. It's like a sewing machine without a bobbin. You just punch, punch, punch. You just take this out.
Where are you?
My family's home.
Okay. Happy birthday, Dad.
They're all yelling at each other. You put in like a plain piece of fabric to just sort of hide this, and then you put it back together. You trim, just trim around this, and then you can hang it on the wall. I'm proud of it. Done. Okay, I have 2 more works in progress. They are both wake-up calls to not be me. All right, one of them I showed last week, and I was so pleased with myself. I love the yarn. It's this, I talked about it last week. I'll just be really quick. It's this sock blank from Ken Yarns. Again, everything will be linked. I'm knitting, I used a contrast, semi-contrast cuff and heel. I will put it on my sock blank, on this sock blocker, so you can see what's going on. Super cute. I've been knitting socks a long time, so I think I know everything. Life lesson coming up. I have found my ideal sock numbers are actually 56 stitches on a 2.25 needle. I like magic loop. I actually did purchase a 9-inch circular needle to try it, and I hated it, so I'm back on magic loop. I don't want to yuck your yum. If that makes you happy, I'm happy for you. I wish I liked it. I think it has something to do with the way I knit. I knit continental, maybe that's part of it, or not, I don't know. All right, here's the problem with a short row heel. This is the Fish Lips Kiss heel, which I tried for the first time. I was so eager to try it, and I love it. And so, the problem is, in order to fit the foot on a 56 stitch foot, I really need to do a heel flapping gusset because it's tight. This area is, it fits, but it's tight. And so I really want it to be more comfortable. It's so beautiful though. So I think what would be better is if I rip it out all the way to here and do a heel flapping gusset and save the Fish Lips Kiss heel for when I do 60 stitches or even 64, so that there's plenty of room. Dramatic pause. Okay, live and learn. It's only like my 100th pair of socks. I think that when you stop learning though, what's the point? I like that I'm still learning. It's kind of arrogant to not be still learning. Okay. Here's my cute little, like I said last time, I don't know, I bought some clothes for my son and they came in these cute bags. So I had used them for my knitting bags. Okay, whip number 2, I just realized I'm missing a finished object. Okay. Text message. Okay. Lesson in arrogance number 2. Well, for this week. Gorgeous yarn. Wound this up. Hi. Yeah. Can you even with this? This is, sorry, that was weird, that tick. This is Hedgehog fibers. Skinny singles, 100 grams, 366 meters, 100% merino. Gentle hand wash recommended. Made in Ireland. In the colorway Potluck. I used to belong to a club. They do a lot of clubs. They're 3 months long. They open them up 4 times a year. I used to belong to the Potluck Club. Look at that. And it was super fun. You get a bag of like 3 skeins of yarn. You don't know what you're getting. It could be any base and it'll be any color. Potlucks. And potlucks are basically colors like one-offs. They experiments, who knows? And they're often fun. Okay, so another pattern I've always wanted to make but never did was the Sockhead Slouch Hat by Kelly McClure. And I just picked it up and started knitting it, and I was like, this is great. I'm just gonna keep knitting on it, not thinking about if it was gonna fit. It just looked right. And then I got to about this part and I thought, I should try that on. Needle stoppers from Cocoa Knits. Okay. It's cute, right? It's gigantic. Gihugulus. Monstrosum Mongo. Huge. This hat is so big. It's bananas. So I have to rip the whole thing out and do it again on a smaller needle. That's what this needle is doing in the bag, because I thought, I got this. I got this. I'm a loose knitter. Obviously I'm gonna, cute. Obviously I'm gonna be a loose knitter on that too. I was like drunk on casting on or the yarn, or I don't even know. I'll be right back. Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Okay. I went and got the hat. I did not grab any tags or the pattern information. But this is yarn I showed last week. It is Knit Picks Felici worsted. And I want to say the color is like Goth Kitty. The hat is called the Bankhead Hat. It is a free pattern. Cute. I have a folded brim. I followed the pattern as written. It'll look better when I cut my hair and I'm not in a ponytail. But yeah, if it's not, I did make it a little longer because of the folded brim. Yeah, so if I decide to do that, I can. Don't make this weird. Anyway, there's lots of ways to wear it. I love it. I love it. It came out great. Finished object. Yeah, so how cute. cute is she? The yarn does all the work. The yarn stripes. It's a 1x1 rib at the bottom and a really 2-row repeat throughout the rest of the hat. Very simple. And just a hot top. You could put a palm on top too. That would be cute. All right, that was a finished object. I should have led with this. I should have led with that. Easy come, easy go. Okay. I'm gonna transition now to acquisitions. If you don't like that, you can chill out. I'm gonna do a little chat after that. I actually didn't buy anything. Well, oh, I bought stuff, but none of it's here. None of it has come in. I went a little bananas with the Cheese Whiz this week, but none of it's here. But I did get some stuff as presents for Mother's Day. I'm not gonna show everything, but I have a couple things that are appropriate to show, so I'll show those. Also for Mother's Day, I did get a little present on my face. On my face. Let's just talk about it because you're looking at it and I am not mentioning it, so I just want to get that out of the way. In fact, this little beauty had a baby right next door. I have 2 pimples clustered right next to each other, so happy Mother's Day to my pimple. Not a little baby. Okay, let's do this. I've got 2 yarns. It's 2 yarns to show from new to me dyers. Small independent dyers, both with Etsy shops. The first one I'm going to show you, and this came with a little handwritten note. It said, cute little note. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, here's how it came packaged. See that? All right, you see the tag? Oh, am I doing it wrong? Probably. All right, let me try again. The Yarn Therapist. The Etsy shop is called The Yarn Therapist and yarn_therapist on Instagram. This yarn colorway is called Dorothy Hodgkin. It's fingering weight yarn, 410 meters, 80/20 superwash nylon, striped for socks. This is a self-striping yarn with a mini. Looking forward to this. It's cute. Okay. Yarn number 2. Here's the tag that it came with, a little stitch marker. 2 Sisters Yarn Company. Sorry if you couldn't read that. It said 2 Sisters Yarn Company. Wait, you see this one. This is a self-striping colorway. They're from Billings, Montana. Hello. Hi, beautiful. The colorway is called Just Vibin'. Just Vibin'. Cute, right? It's a striping, bulky yarn. It will make a hat, I think. Or lunch. Vinegar. Kind of. Okay, and there's one other thing I was going to show, because this is a little outside of the, it's a hobby, another hobby that I have. I have many. It's a fun thing, and I thought it'd be cool to show. This is a wooden puzzle. I've never tried this brand before. I have tried Liberty, Artifact, and Ecru, but never Nautilus, and this was a surprise. It's called 4 Seasons by Jacek Jurka, or Jacek Jurka. It's 301 pieces. It'll be 11.5 by 11.5, so about the size of a record album, old-fashioned record album. See, I got a ring light. Episode 2, baby. Yeah, still no makeup or hair, but Anyway, it's called Four Seasons because it's got the 4 seasons in it. Looks cute. Wooden puzzles are cool. They are like jigsaw puzzles, but they have little whimsy pieces that are shaped in cool shapes. Hard to describe with mouth words. You just kind of have to see them. Really fun. Expensive hobby. All right, so let's move into the last part of the sesh. The chit chat. Hello. Today's Tuesday, after the Monday I recorded all that stuff yesterday. I'd like to just do the ending fresh. I wasn't feeling that great yesterday when I recorded all that stuff, and I could tell when I was watching it back. I was editing, and the little talk at the end, I just want to cut all of that out and throw it in the garbage. So I did. And I'm gonna do this part instead. Super brain fogged. I was watching it back, just sort of cringing, like, whoa. Yeah, and I was in some pain. Let's just get real. I was in some body pain, and I wasn't feeling great. Also, can I just say that see, I'm having some more brain fog. That nice little Minty sweater, knit collage, it's not 19. They suggest a 17, US 17 needle. Thank you. Now I can move on. Also, this is a store-bought sweater, so don't even ask me about it. I don't even know where I got it. Okay, so here's the thing. This knitting show is on its pony legs, you know, like when ponies are born and they're all like shaky and you're like, and it's very vulnerable and cute and precious, and but the legs are all shaky. That's how I feel right now. This is pony leg time. Like, I had an idea of what I was gonna do, and I can't do any of it because pandemic and my own limitations. I sort of became disabled a couple years ago, and I'm still trying to claw my way out of this hole, and I don't know if I will. And I'm at acceptance with it, and I'm still here, and I'm happy to be here. But I've had to let go of my dream for what this was gonna be. And so now I get to figure out what it is. And if you have anything that you always wanted to see a knitting show do, let me know. I'm game. Like, party people, let's do this. I want to stay positive, and I want not like good vibes only. I'm not into that. I'm into being real. But I do want to stay positive only because that's, what's the point of watching a show that isn't? I don't know. Like, I mean, I want to be real, but I want to be, I don't want to insult you and bring you down. I don't want to, if there's a show that after you watch it, you feel like garbage, there's no point. That's what I mean. I like joy, and I like fun, and I like funny, and I like whoops, you know, that's what I mean. Anywho, I do have some ideas. I want to see what I can do. I don't want to be like everybody else. I do want to talk to people. I feel like that's what's missing here, is that I do better when I'm talking to someone and asking them and playing off of that and making jokes with them. I don't have anyone here like that. And no one here is interested in knitting. But I do live in Portland, and there are a lot of knitting people here, so I don't know, maybe at some point I'm vaccinated, maybe someone else who is, and we could become a safe bubble and we could talk, or maybe there's a way to do it over Zoom. I don't know. That's where I'm at. So that's what this talk is about, just kind of being honest about the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm okay with that, and letting go of what I wanted to do. And accepting that too. That part's a little bit harder. That's kind of what midlife is all about too, I think, is realizing, okay, probably never gonna achieve that, or that. But what can I do? And that's when you get past it. Still with me? Alright, so and the other thing is some episodes can be longer and some can be shorter, and I think this one's gonna be a little shorter. And that's okay too. Alright, party people, if you're still here, thank you. I like you if you're still here. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully, I'll know my pony legs will be a little stronger. Bye.